So I wonder if we have to work more and harder to achieve the success that we want in our business, or I wonder if in fact we have to really know what we want from life first for then our business to actually feel successful. In this video, I'm going to go through 3 beliefs that I kind of have that I've come to learn over the last 13 years of running a business, and I guess 47 years of being on the planet. So one of the most important lessons I've learned in the last 13 years of business is that building your life around your business is going to guarantee a couple of things. Number one, that you don't get the freedom that you're looking for in your business. Number two, it's going to guarantee that you are overwhelmed, stressed, and just shit to be around. And number three, you are not going to prioritize the things that actually matter in your life, like the people that you love and the people that love being around you, will actually create quite the opposite. So the first thing that I've come to learn, and especially in the last 2 years, is that I want to build a business around my life. So the lifestyle that I want to build that career. So whether you run a business or a career, and when we decide to put us first in the middle of the mind map, and you put the business and the career around it, and it's like, well, this is what I want, these are the barriers that I want, this is how I want to live my life, these are the things that I want to do, so they are the things that I'm going to prioritize, and the business will just have to fall around that. Now the sacrifice might be that you can't have the £120,000 job. It might mean that you can't have the 7-figure business, because actually it might mean that you've got to put more time into the things that you love and the lifestyle that you want. But it's understanding the fine balance of, if I have this, I can't have this. And I think that's one of the most important things to do, is building that lifestyle out first, and then that business kind of just flowing around it, because I think it makes the process of having a business or a career more enjoyable. So the second thing to consider is, are you the asset of your life? And when you're the asset of your life, you're the asset of what we call the 5-pillar frameworks. It means you're the asset through your health, your growth, personal development, through your relationships, through your business, and having fun. And because you are the priority, you're making better decisions around those 5 pillars. So there's more balance, more productivity, more priority, more progress, and there's a mission, there's a plan. When you're not the asset, you slip into the business pillar, and 80% of your time, your energy, and your focus, your mental capacity slips into that pillar, which means everything else kind of slips, which means you become low on energy, means you become overweight, means you become distracted, it means you don't build skill set, it means you stop having fun, it means you become a misery for everyone else around you, right? And what we're trying to achieve as a mission is to make sure that we're building a life around what we want, who we are. And that's why so many men don't have an identity. They don't really know what they want. They don't really know who they are, because they fall into that 80% mental capacity into the business. They don't prioritize themselves. They don't look at themselves as the asset. Often when I see a man that's overweight or in a state of chaos, it usually means that the rest of his life is, anyone that's kind of come through our front door, how you do anything or how you perform in any way is how you do that for everything else. So becoming the asset of your business is absolutely key. I feel like this horse is following me. The third and final one is that, and this is going to be a big shift for a lot of people, and a lot of people won't understand this, money isn't a KPI to happiness. Having control of your time is. Money is important because money pays bills. Without money, we just don't have a life, right? What can you do? So yes, it is absolutely important. But the thing that I've come to learn is that I do not want my happiness or your happiness to be determined by figures. Because by the way, when you're ambitious, you'll think of a figure that you want to earn within the business. That will be a target. And until you hit that target, it's almost that you hold yourself hostage to happiness and contentment until you've earned that. And that is one of the greatest barriers to being happy and content that there is. The thing I've come to learn, but still fail at times, is that time is that currency. Time with the children, time with my wife, time with myself, cutting off early. Sometimes finish around 5:30. Sometimes I'll do a 9 to 5:30, right? Which is standard. But I could easily go right through to 11 o'clock at night. Easy. I'm like, I could easily just keep working here. But there have to be those barriers, because the key KPI for success is going, right, I'm going to work 9.5 hours, but then I'm going to spend the next 4 or 5 with the family. Not, I'm going to work the next 15 hours and miss out on bedtime and dinner time and miss that opportunity to connect. And that's where we could do things better. The way that we do things at Mission Pro is very much about basing us first. We come first. We got to lead us to then lead them. And then is the 5 pillars: health, relationships, growth, business, fun. So we've got to build that mindset, that belief system where we have rules for ourselves. Rules, maybe I don't like that. Beliefs that align to what we want out of life. Because I don't believe you get to 65, 70 years old, you look back and go, man, all I did was slave. Now I don't have a relationship or a close one. And what good is that to anyone if you're unfit, unhealthy, mentally fried, struggling to rebuild your relationships with money in the bank? If you want help with this, we run a 5-day mission reset. It's only for serious men that are serious about their growth. I am not interested in bringing time wasters into this. So if you want to come in, it's free. It doesn't at the minute, it's free. It doesn't cost anything at the minute. If you come in and it's costing something, it's because I've decided not to make it free anymore. But it wouldn't be very expensive to spend 5 days, 10 minutes a day committing, helping you understand how to build this type of lifestyle around your business or your career, and that fitting around the life you want. Savvy? Let's go.